If you run an online business, then chances are you need digital assets to promote and sell your business on a routine basis. I'm talking about PDFs, lead magnets, pamphlets, and even marketing funnels that you have to run your prospects through to turn them into sales qualified prospects. Now, back in the day, you would literally have to pay hundreds and even sometimes thousands of dollars for these experts to build the funnels and digital assets for you. Fortunately, we're entering the AI age where certain AI tools will do this thing for you, and not for thousands of dollars, but for literally a $10 or $15 subscription price. And it will also take you only a couple of hours to put some of these things together. Actually, for some things, as I'll show you in this video, it might take you just 10-15 minutes to put together a website or a whole funnel with simple prompt engineering by essentially talking to AI as you would have talked to a normal freelancer or consultant and explaining them what is it that you need to get done. Now, in this video, I'm going to be using and showing 3 AI tools that I personally use in my business and when I work with my clients to, again, develop ebooks, lead magnets, funnels, web pages, even audiobooks. So without any further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move onto my screen right now and show you how these tools work and how you can get started with them as soon as today. All right, perfect. So let's create some lead magnets using AI. And the first lead magnet that I'd like to show you how to build is a quiz funnel. Quiz funnels are extremely popular with media buyers and funnels and advertisers these days because quick funnels essentially offer you what a lot of funnels don't. With a quiz funnel, if you build it the right way, it's very intuitive, it's very step by step, and you can very quickly verify if someone is a good lead or someone's a good prospect or not. Back in the day, you would have to spend literally 20, 30, 40, sometimes over $100 per month on quiz software to essentially to be able to host such quiz funnels. There were even I think there's even like a software which was called ask.com from Ryan Levesque, which would charge lots of money to do this. Now you can build a prototype of a quiz funnel by visiting this website, which is called v0.dev. And to quickly show you how it works is I'm going to basically go to this document I created and I'm going to put a prompt. Obviously, like all AI, these tools work based on prompts, right? And let me actually write a new prompt online so you can see, not even copy pasted, but let's say we are a fitness instructor, right? So you say, I am a fitness coach and I run ads on Facebook. The goal I want to build a quiz funnel which will qualify the people who click on my ad on whether they're a good fit for my fitness coaching program. And then we can say, I want you to, in the form, I want you to ask them questions about their biggest pain points around losing weight or gaining muscle, and what they've tried in the past, and so on. In the end, I want you to ask their phone number, which they'll have to verify via, say, SMS and email, right? Because a lot of times with these quiz funnels, people put in their phone numbers and they just put something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't want that. We want them to be able, we want to get real phone numbers. And then that's it. I literally click go. And what this AI is going to do now is it's going to basically work out such funnel. And as you can see, it's already kind of like thinking through some of the questions that it's going to ask in the funnel. And as you can see, it's literally building the code on the back end. And I think in about a few minutes, it's going to give us a funnel. Just as it's doing the thinking, I want to show you that this this website is not just for funnels, but it's also for building websites and more sophisticated software. This is a client of mine. It's a software company. It's called Artist.tools, and we're working on a new webinar that we're going to do to its subscribers. And I'll also help them build a landing page for the website by give them this prompt. Right, I gave them the prompt, and not just the prompt, but I also gave them a sample landing page that I wanted them to mimic. Right, and I had to put in the copy. I didn't really put the copy. I put some of the copy, but then I said, try to mimic the copy on the page as much as possible to the example page that I brought in, which was this, right? And then this is what it basically gave me, guys. As you can see, clean, mean, looking nice. You would literally have to either spend 5-10 hours of your own time designing something like this, paying software services, and more so if you have to hire someone to do this for you. Let's say if you weren't super techie, that person would also charge you anywhere between $15 to $50 an hour to do this, and also take a couple of hours. With the simple prompting, and I mean literally as simple as talking to another human being, you can build digital assets like this for very cheap or no cost at all. Now let's have a look. Let's deploy this funnel and essentially go to the live kind of like demo and see how it looks. We already can see the preview, but I'd like to publish it, and this way we can review it in a new tab. And but let me start the quiz, see how it looks. Right, we say okay, cool. Right, transform your body in 2025. Over 500 clients have achieved dream physique with our proven system. The first question is, what's your primary fitness goal? Right, and you can also like add additional prompts. If you don't like some of the questions, you can literally say, hey, in step two, change 20 pounds to 30 pounds, for example. And I'm gonna ask it to change it. Let's see, it says visit site. As you can see, it's a separate site now. And also based on my last prompt, it's doing the changes, right, to the quiz funnel. Let's see if it'll do it correctly, because it's still AI, and sometimes it takes a couple of goes to really understand what you need. But it should work. Let's have a look. Okay, so moment of truth. We want to deploy changes. Boom. You see it now. It's 30 pounds, right? It's as simple as that. I'll refresh the page. It'll probably, okay, it's still publishing. But let's say I say I lose 10 to 30 pounds, fine. It also it gives other options. What's the biggest challenge right now? I don't know. What exercise to do? I like motivation, accountability, very real and options. And if you don't want some of the options, you can always remove them. Continue. What have you tried before? You can again say step number 4, remove a plain text question, right? So if you don't want your prospects to write anything at all, if you want to just make multiple option or one option questions, you can do that. But I'm going to say test. Then we're going to say, what's your current activity level? Sedentary. Awesome. Next. When you want to see results, it's qualifying people. If I say 1+ years, or I'm not in a rush, then that tells you something about the lead. But if it's ASAP, that signifies that it might be a hot lead. How committed are you? Man, this is awesome. This is like a salesperson, on a call with you. Investment in your transformation. That's so cool. I didn't even think about it, but you can obviously tweak some of these options. But say first name, last name, phone number. What I can do is I can essentially ask it to ask first for phone number, then email address, then last name. But let's say what I'm curious about, if it's going to actually ask for a verification. Oh, we'll send you a verification code via SMS. I'm actually not sure if it'll do it or not. Let me see. I highly doubt it. Very much highly doubt it, but just on an off chance it might. Let's see. Nah, probably not, because it's not really live or connected to any any actual provider yet, but you can basically take the framework and essentially deploy it on your own website, right? As you can see. So that's v0.dev. I'm just double checking if I didn't receive it. Of course, I didn't receive it. But how cool is that, right? So now if you want to run a quiz funnel, if you want to build a landing page, you can visit this website and create beautiful mockups for free. And then I think with an upgrade plan, I wonder what you get with an upgrade plan. $20 usage credits, purchase additional credits. Yeah, essentially this is great for mockups, for creating, essentially for conceptualizing, for visualizing your concepts. So that's one key Ninja tool. The another one is for writing lead magnets. I know writing is not a strength for a lot of people, and it's not a strength for me, to be honest with you. I like to record videos and talk instead, but sometimes you have to create written assets. Especially popular when it comes to preparing and warming people up for sales calls, or it can be that you want to do like an information dump on AI and have it essentially craft everything that you put in an audio, video, or text format and essentially organize everything in a beautiful lead magnet. What it can also do, and the example I'm going to show you is something even more radical, which is actually it can become a domain expertise on a certain subject matter and write a book from scratch, which is something I've tried way in the past, and I want to show you how it works. The tool we're going to use for this is Claude. Obviously, it's got different versions. Claude Opus 4 is going to be a lot stronger than Sonnet, and I'll show you the results, the fruits of my labor in a sec. But I want to show you firsthand how I wrote a book on essential imposter syndrome anxiety for working women. So essentially, the prompt that I gave it is write an outline. It's very basic. It says first we want to start with an outline, right? It's a whole book if we're going to write a whole book, or any lead magnet actually, as long as it's a few pages long. Write an outline of a detailed and professional video course. Oh, okay. Well, this is my past prompt, but what you can say is write an outline, detailed, professional, like a book or a sales pamphlet, right, or a brochure, and then essentially experience for people that experience imposter syndrome, to teach them how to stop having low self-esteem, etc., etc. Divide the course in sections for each one, and for each one create 2 to 3 subsections, right? And once you've outlined, just give me an okay so I can take a look at results. So let's try to do this. I'm doing it on Sonnet and not Opus, but let's see. I'm curious how it will look. Boom. How cool is that? It's literally coming up with the sections and subsections itself. What is imposter syndrome and how it affects women? Now, the subchapters are the definition and 5 types, gender-specific factors. That's also very interesting. The cost of imposter syndrome on career progression, because we're writing it for working women. The neuroscience behind this self-doubt, right? How the brain creates and reinforces limiting beliefs, understanding the flight or fight freeze response in professional settings. And then section 2, which is reframing the mindset. Section number 3 is developing professional confidence, overcoming perfectionism and guilt, the whole shebang, guys. And I wanted to show you what it created for me. And I literally went on, as you can see on the right hand side, like how long I went on creating this book with Claude, with the AI. But I was literally done creating the book in about 2 days, give or take. And then the next prompt, once you do have the outline, what you can say is write 300 to 500 words for each subsection. Now, if we count, we have essentially 6 sections with 3 subsections each. That's 18, right? That's 18 subsections. And then if I multiply 18 by roughly 400, that's 7,200 words, right? 7,200 words is, I mean, it's quite serious. Let me ChatGPT this. How many pages is in a book? That's 7,500 words. Obviously, you can ask it to write 1,000 words for each chapter, right? That's 30 pages. That's pretty decent. right? You can make it 100 pages. What it can also do is you can feed AI books on subject matter and have it crunch out based on that. Now, obviously, I'm not telling you guys to sell AI generated books, though some people do it very successfully. I'm not the person who's going to judge it or not. I'm just saying that this is possible, and what you can do is you can even, if I click on the sign, you can, okay, this is not available here, but on a mobile version of Claude, you can literally speak into it, and you can do like a 30-minute information dump and then have it lay out or create a beautiful lead magnet based on what you just yapped and yabbered into a microphone, right? So let's finish this experiment. I'm going to write this. Give it this prompt, and then let's see how well it writes the subsections. Also, one thing you keep in mind is that with AI, you have to take it one chunk at a time, right? I say, as soon as you finish the first section, just give me an okay, so that it doesn't go on writing the whole thing, and then I have to re-prompt literally all 6 chapters. So let's have a look what it writes, right? Let me see. Is it still, okay, it's still writing, but we can already start reading. It says, picture this. You just received a promotion, but instead of celebrating, you're lying awake at night thinking, they're going to find out I have no idea what I'm doing. If this sounds familiar, you're experiencing imposter syndrome, and you're definitely not alone. Imposter syndrome is that persistent feeling that you are a fraud despite evidence of your competence and achievements. It's the voice that whispers that you don't belong, that your success is just luck, and that any moment now, everyone will discover you're not as smart as they think they are. How genius is that, right? So another thing is, actually, I want to give the third tip. What you then can do is you can come to 11 Labs, take the whole thing. You can basically copy paste it into a Google Doc, and then here in 11 Labs, you see I've already tried some voice assistants. Is you can come and you can literally click on text to speech. And then let me see if we can do this live. I just want to take this one chapter, and you can try to turn it into an audiobook. Let's see, boom, and we're gonna click on generate speech. I'm not sure if you'll hear it, but let's see. Oh, you're not permitted to use instantly. Oh God. Okay. I just have to use like a run-of-the-mill voice with Alice.
Just trust yourself.
Yeah. Let's try Alice. Boom, generate speech. A lot of these tools I try, okay.
You've just received a promotion, but instead of celebrating, you're lying awake at night thinking, they're going to find out I have no idea what I'm doing. If this sounds familiar.
And you can always obviously change voices. You can create something, let me see. Or, let's see, Callum.
Life without love is like a tree.
What you can also do is you can take your voice and create AI variations of it as well. Now, obviously, guys, these guys have at 11 Labs have literally a library of presets, right? Burt Reynolds voice even, right? They literally have not millions, but hundreds and thousands of voices, and you can test them. They're not all the same. But you can create an audiobook based off AI. Again, the point of this video is not that you create fictional digital assets based on thin air or AI, though again you can, and people very successful do that. The point of this video is to show you that what used to cost you tons of money, that you would have to hire voice actors to do the voicing for you, and literally, I mean, you would have to pay a voice actor $1,000 or $2,000 to do audiobooks. Now you don't have to. Voice actors still do a way better job at it, right? I'm not trying to steal their bread, but AI does, even if it does 70-80% perfect, like as perfect or as good of a job, it's still worth trying it out, especially maybe you're strapped on budget or something like that. And that's it, guys. I hope you like this video. What I'm going to do at the end of this video now is I'm going to put a video with 10 best marketing strategies that you can use to grow your business. In the meantime, please do like this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos like these, and I'll talk to you soon.